Hello, Virgo, and welcome to your reading for the weeks of October 8th through 21, 2024. This is a reading if you are Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising, or have another significant Virgo placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome, it's good to have you. And if you're returning, welcome back. This is a 13 card astrological spread where I go by the 12 houses of astrology, and this is how how I will end up reading the cards based on these positions. The main deck that I'm using is Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche. And the extra deck that I use to clarify, I always use tarot. Well, most of the time I use tarot to clarify. And this time I'm using the Halloween tarot, just because it's the time of the season. And also we're going to pull from my bag of Norse runes as well at the end of the reading, just to kind of get a summary message. A lot going on this month astrologically. But before I get into that, just want to quickly mention that my website is down in the description box below if you're interested in any of the services I've provided, what has to do with readings. I do a big chart or a big reading called the Life Path reading. I do channeling. I offer Brahani and Reiki healing, and I'm basically a spiritual coach. So if you check the description box below, you can find my website. Also a link to my social media. You can find my social media usernames. I do a morning live stream almost every day, and most of the time, and that would usually include a daily tarot reading. So if you wanted to catch up on a daily basis and hear about some of the other topics that I discuss, you're welcome to join me for Morning Coffee with Breege. Right now it's running from about roughly 7 to 7:45 is usually what we end up doing in the morning. But as winter progresses, that might get a little bit later. So anyway, that's just my little plug for my site. Okay, we've got a lot going on astrologically. There's going to be a full moon in Aries coming up in the middle of the month. We've got Pluto going direct in the middle of the month. We have we just had a solar eclipse on the 2nd of October. And like today that I'm recording this, Moon is actually opposite Saturn, and then there's going to be a number of oppositions. Moon is going to be opposite Pluto. Mars is going to be opposite Pluto, and Mars is currently in Cancer and will also connect up with Jupiter going retrograde. We also have a whole lot of omens going on in the sky, which are quite unusual. We have a quote-unquote second moon right now that's in the same orbit as the moon. It's an asteroid that's basically following the moon's orbit around the Earth. And we've also got a comet that's going to be in the sky, probably visible. I think they said from roughly the 14th to the 24th of October, there's going to be this comet visible in the sky. And there's also the potential for a supernova this month that will be also visible, with all this visible with the naked eye. So this is a month, certainly if you were talking about ancient times, this is a month full of omens. And most of them, whatever else they may portend, they do portend a massive change. And with all this Mars energy, there's a lot of high tension, so there's a need to kind of be careful about speech, action. We should always think before we act this month, because things could be, because we could tend to be impulsive, and we also could tend to pop off very easily at people, and get, when I say pop off, I mean get angry. I don't mean anything else by that. But we could just get very, very angry at people. It won't take very much to try our patience. So keep that in mind this month. So let's look at your specific reading. Actually, speaking of such things, I'm just looking straight away at your 4th house. It seems like you've got Seth card here with fire, and Seth, of course, is the one where we brings the difficulties, the obstacles, the conflicts. This is in the area of home and family, so take that as it resonates. It's also the house of the mother, and fire can indicate, again, some fire, as I just indicated, some kind of fiery encounters. We could be. I feel like with fire, there's a problem that we want to solve. Like fire is about wanting to be inspired to figure out how to do something. We have the Chariot here with it. So the Chariot often has to do with taking control of a situation. It can have to do with movement and travel. So I don't know if there's some kind of a home situation where somebody's going to be forced to move. That's not out of the question with this combination. But I feel more like this is like there's just something that has to be gotten under control here. So I don't know if there's, for some people, this, like I said, this could literally have to do with the home, like, you know, okay, if there's difficulties with a landlord or with paying a mortgage or something like that. I mean, that's possible. But I feel more like this may be the conflicts going on in the family that you're feeling like, okay, this is something that we need to get a hold of and control of. Now, I see the mother card actually in the second house, which is the Empress. Now, Empress in the second house, generally speaking, is a good omen because Empress brings abundance, it brings prosperity. We've got Crook and Flail here, so there again, there could be something legal going on here. Or there could just be a need to take a closer look at something. To me, Crook and Flail has to do with increased visibility and also increased standing of something. So, but it also has a lot to do with self-discipline. So I feel like there's something here with finances, but the fact that I'm seeing the mother card connected with it makes me think that at least one person watching this reading, that's the inflection, that maybe there's something going on. Maybe if you're somebody who's a mother's caregiver and you're worried about her finances, there may be this sense of either needing to get a hold of something or needing even to take legal action to keep things on the up and up. You never know. Sometimes if people have older parents and they're in a home or something, you may have people who are trying to steal from them or something like that. I mean, it could be a situation like that. I hope it's not a situation like that, but that's kind of the thing here. However, if that's not, doesn't seem to be the problem here, generally speaking, I would just see that this is a very good omen. I feel like this is about getting your affairs in order and increasing abundance, generally speaking. Empress is a Taurus card, and it's in the Taurus house. So this is actually, I mean, certainly for your own finances, this is definitely a very good omen. But there may be a need to tighten things up or to, dot all the I's, cross all the T's in terms of things that are legal, maybe taxes and other things like that. Your first house, okay, you've been very worried lately, and I think you've been feeling very isolated. You've got this they're calling it 5 of Pumpkins here, it's the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is like being left out in the cold. So you may feel very isolated right now, and you may be kind of wanting to just spend some time decompressing, de-stressing, really. So I feel like you're at a point in time right now where maybe you're feeling not understood by others, or maybe where you're not feeling like you're connecting with others in some way. And really, I feel like the message here is rather than feeling that way. Oftentimes, when the 5 of Pentacles comes up, we may perceive ourselves as on the outside, but we're really not. Is usually what the case is. This just may be an indication that you need to refocus yourself and refocus your priorities on yourself. If you are in fact having family issues, and some of this may be around your responsibilities in the family, because we have the Chariot taking control, we have Crook and Flail control, is maybe that you're too focused on other people's needs and not on your own. And yeah, this is definitely kind of a feeling that, it's a very frustrated feeling that you're not connecting, or you're not, not close, or not getting through. Now, if we look at actual communications, okay, yeah, we've got Judgment again here too. This is something that's being revealed, potentially something about money through a message. Okay, this has to do with messages. So now for some of you, this could have to do with business too, because this is about this is about self-employment, this house. So for some of you, there could be, Judgment brings revelations, and again, it brings decisions. It has the kind of vibe that I'm seeing here with the Fire and Seth over in the 4th house, in the sense that it's almost like you're waking up to something and now it's time to make a decision, okay? Whatever this is, it is connected to finances. Now, I should also note that this is the house of siblings, and being that I see this close family thing, this could have to do with a brother or sister too for somebody. So yeah, that's again, that may be, I feel like that could be a specific message for somebody. But generally speaking, there could be this need or desire to focus on abundance, to increase abundance. For some people, this may literally have to do with their mother's finances. But I feel like there's a wake-up call of some kind. There's some kind of message that's coming through. And if it's not connected to family, it is in some way connected to money. There's some kind of decision that's being made. Judgment also can bring legal action as well. So there could be something, and it doesn't have to be a negative thing either. This could be you're finally getting money you're owed from something. It doesn't have to be a negative thing. But there is this idea of finality or finishing something up. Let's look at your career houses here. Okay, this is interesting. You've got the two of ghosts, which is the Two of Cups. It's a cute little card. With Urias in the sixth house. Now, for those of you who are working and who are at a regular job, this could literally mean somebody who you're working with. There could be an unexpected romance here. For some of you, yeah, maybe there's somebody at work that you're unexpectedly going to connect with. This also is a house connected to health. So for some of you, this could be at the gym, like it could be a personal trainer or something. I mean, who knows? But there's this idea of something unexpected that's coming in here. And with this is, whether this has to do with a romance or not, I mean, certainly this indicates, certainly something where there's emotional affection, okay, where there's a strong emotional connection here with somebody. And this is showing up in your own house, actually, Virgo. It's in your own energy. Urias has to do with this just has to do with things that are coming in out of the blue that we don't expect. Usually this brings benefits, and so this could be an unexpected help, an unexpected partner in something. It's something that is not on your radar right now. And it may also be connected to things that you're worried about. This may indicate that if you're having difficulties, you could have an unexpected ally as well. So take that as it resonates. The Virgo house can cover a lot of different territory. Work is one of the first things I look at, but that aspect doesn't necessarily apply to everybody. If I look at the 10th house, which is more specifically about career and legacy, okay, this is interesting because you have Isis with the Four of Bats. So somebody here is either a caregiver or somebody here may be focused on healing or healing arts. That's definitely a thing here with this Four of Bats. It can also indicate that there might possibly, you could be taking a time out from something, or you may need a time out from the work that you're doing. This sometimes indicates that this is a card of potentially of patience and also of just taking a step back. This can be a card of illness with the Four of Bats, but I think for some people, it could mean literally that their job is making them sick, but it could also mean that with this this Four of Swords is really what this card is. I mean, as you see, this is the person who's laying in bed asleep, okay? And cat's sitting on him, and there's the moon, and there's the little bats on the wall. It's the idea of taking a break or taking a time out from something. That really does seem to connect with what I'm seeing in the first house, where maybe you're just feeling isolated, frustrated, not understood in something. Now, again, we are seeing this unexpected ally down here, or for some of you, an unexpected romance. But this is either a move towards wanting to some kind of profession, or where you're going to be helping with healing, nurturing, caregiving, or this can indicate a need for you to take a step back and maybe take care of yourself. Maybe, and I don't know, maybe you're going to have something unexpected with your health. Maybe I'm not seeing here, feeling sick or being sick, but it could just be that there's something you're doing. Maybe you are a caregiver. Maybe that's what we're seeing, because this is also another mother card. I mean, maybe you are a caregiver of some kind and maybe you need a break. Okay, it could just be saying that you might need to, to take a step back. Maybe with the Chariot down here too, it could indicate needing to take a vacation, take a trip away somewhere. Although a trip could be part of the issue too. I don't know. There could be something, that's just jumped into my head too. This could be about, this could be kind of a little altercation about a trip or a journey or a vacation of some kind. I don't know. That just came into my mind. So that I think that does apply to somebody who's watching this. Okay, 9th house. This is Sagittarius energy. Sag energy has to do with expanding our horizons. Speaking of trips, if you're taking a long trip. And we've got 5 of Imps here. So I feel like there's some kind of a conflict here. This is either related to a trip. This could have to do with school because this is the house of higher education or even spirituality. But there's the idea that there's something here. This isn't a terribly serious difficulty, but I feel like there's like a situation where there's almost too many people involved. And it's like you need to kind of get, again, like I feel like there's this feeling like there's these people you've got to get out of your hair. Buckle of Isis indicates sacrifices that someone makes that will be rewarded. Okay, so I don't know, you may be at the point of maybe trying to sort out or solve some kind of a conflict right now. And, you know, your efforts, it does seem like your efforts are going to bear fruit, even if it doesn't feel quite like they're going to. I have a feeling this has to do with something happening at a distance. And I think that because of the Chariot here. Now that I'm looking at those two together, I think this may have to do with a situation. Could be, you know, like I said, could be a family situation that has to do with distant family for some of you. Okay, so what else are we looking at here? Yeah, I wanted to look at your house of friendship here. Okay, so you've got Hathor and you've got the King of Swords. So again, there's this decisive energy here. King of Bats is the King of Swords. It's a colder energy. It's more about the facts and sticking to the point. But there certainly seems to be a decisiveness here in terms of what you want to do. And we have Hathor here, which I feel like is also your energy, Virgo. This is somebody who's kind of getting organized and figuring out what they want. Now, these could be helpers here. These could be friends, being this is the house of friendship. This could be a female friend who helps with Hathor. But we also have the King of Swords. So this could be somebody who is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is usually the air signs that are associated with this card. Doesn't have to be. Could just be somebody who is, you know, very detached, can take a very detached perspective on something. So I don't know. It does look like you're having helpers here. And remember, we did see this helper down here. And this person, like I said, for some of you, this could be a romantic attachment as well. We're going to look at the romance aspect in a moment. But it does seem like there's something where there's a lot here about just wanting to get things solved, wanting to get back on a track of abundance, wanting to sort out any conflicts. You know, I feel like there's things that are going on. Some of these are around money. Some of these may just be around other things that are connected, but it feels largely family focused here. Let's look at the 12th house. You've got the Six of Swords with Anubis. Some of you, somebody is definitely taking a trip abroad, overseas. 12th house, we don't talk a lot about it, but it is the house of foreign travel, and these are both cards of foreign travel. So somebody is taking a trip abroad. That's definitely seems to be a thing. But more generally, I feel like this is about you establishing boundaries. This is also suggesting that in a situation where maybe there is conflict, you are not in the wrong, okay? Anubis in the 12th house indicates this is the house of self-doubt. So this is saying guidance through self-doubt. Like you are on the right track. You know what's going on, what you're supposed to be doing. And there does seem to be this need to kind of move away from conflict, moving away from the energy of feeling, this fiery energy here. So I think unconsciously there is this definite sense of wanting to get away from something. As you see, they're on a boat kind of going across the water here. Maybe this is an indication that a trip, across water or to water might be a helpful thing. But this is, this is something that's going on more unconsciously. This is not what you're showing people. This is what you are showing people. But being that this can be a house of delusion and self-deception, the fact that Anubis is showing up here is a definite indication that you are not deluding yourself on some matter. So if there is something that's there does definitely seem to be something going on here, some kind of a place where there's a battle of wills of some kind, and it is saying that you are in the right on it. Like you're not looking at it the wrong way. Okay, now speaking of the 12th, let's go over and look at the 8th, which is your house of transformation. We have Sphinx with the 3 of Wands. So right now, Virgo, again, you have this energy. Okay, you have the 2 energy over here, and you got 2 3s here, because 20 card 21 adds up to 3. There's this sense of waiting and seeing. It's like trying to uncover secrets right now, trying to get to the truth of matters. But some of this may just involve you having to wait. Okay. Now with the 3 of Wands, the 3 of Wands is a card of, this has to do with collaboration. Okay. This is about the way in which we want to move towards working with others, the way in which we have decided to manifest things. But 3s are also at the beginning of something. When we're talking ace 2 and 3 in the deck, you're talking about early stages of something. So it does seem like there's going to be a collaboration with somebody on something. But right now, whatever's going on, I feel like there's something where you have to wait. This can have to do with joint finances because 8th house is connected to that. But this is also the house of transformation, life, death, all big matters. These kind of a larger picture that's going on. And to see this here just indicates to me that you are getting ready to constructively work with others. Okay, there's definitely a desire to move towards working together, sorting things out. But right now, this may be a point where all you can do is really wait. But it is headed in this direction. Okay, so those of you who are looking for love, let's look at this, because these houses, the 5th house have to do with creative projects, but it also is a house of love affairs. Now, okay, we have Nephthys with the 4 of pumpkins. So if this is about looking for love, then there's definitely a sense that things are not happening right now. Like whatever, there's this kind of like this idea of 4 of pumpkins is just things being stable, not going anywhere at the moment, just kind of staying where you are. This is also a house related to creative projects and to children. So if there's anything around that, again, the same message, the idea that things are not, they're not moving forward right now. And again, with Nephthys, there's the sense that, this is not the time, like things are not happening at this time. There could be things that are hidden. It could be hidden thoughts and feelings and things that are going on. But as far as everything goes, it just seems like right now I feel like there's a sense of hanging on to what you got, okay, with this 4 of pumpkins. Now, if I go to the house of Libra, which is the relationship house, we've got the Knight of Pumpkins with Horus. Okay, so the Knight of Pumpkins is a very strong earth energy. And again, there's this energy of just not moving or moving very, very slowly towards something, like trying to establish security. We've got Horus here, so this does seem to indicate this is actually a very positive card. It's a very family-focused card. Maybe if you're married, like there could be a lot of focus on the family right now and just trying to be practical and organized. There could also be, this also has a lot to do with healing in a relationship. And I feel like it's a healing that may be taking place very, very slowly. So if there have been any issues, like if some of this home issue is connected to a relationship, this may be something that just, it's kind of like one step forward at a time, one day at a time. But overall, it's not a negative message, but this isn't a message here in relationship of major change. There's a lot here about everything's just kind of staying where it is for right now. And I feel like there's a strong energy of trying to get things organized, trying to sort out finances, trying to sort out family and home situations, trying to deal with some kind of conflict that seems to be far away. But there's a lot here, and you've got a lot of major arcana here, though. You've got the Empress, Judgment, and the Chariot all right in a row here. And I'm just trying to look around the rest of it. Yeah, so this is finances, communications, family. That seems to be where the big changes are happening right now. But nothing that's happening here is negative. It's more just like things are coming to light, and there's an effort here to get control of things and to kind of get on an even keel. Everything else seems like it's going to kind of be more fluid, and kind of with time, everything's going to kind of right itself. Yeah, and again, overall, I didn't even look at this card. You have Pyramid, which is things will be resolved with time. That's literally the meaning of this card, and you have it with the 3 of Ghosts. So I think what this is telling you, yeah, you've got this. That's another 3. We've got a couple 3s here. And I feel you got 3s, you got 4s. I'm just looking at some of the numerology here. You got another 3 in your house over here. This could be something happening in 3 weeks to 3 months for you. That when I see one number that presents itself strongly, then that sometimes that's an indicator, but does not have to be. Just to be clear. But this is more about going out and enjoying yourself. I mean, three of Ghosts is about having a good time, just allowing yourself to kind of put your hair down and spend time with the people who you feel supported by. Like, you don't want to be in this energy of feeling unsupported. So, yeah, and that a lot of the stuff that's going on right now is just simply going to be, it's just going to be a matter of time will tell and seeing how things are going to come out. Let's draw a rune for you. Let's see, for Virgo, October 8th to 21. Okay, so we have Perth here, and Perth shows up in the reversal here. And so Perth has to do with what is unknowable. Like, the unknown is working in your life, But when Perth is reversed, it often indicates that things may not be happening in the way that we expect, or it may not be, the change may not be as cataclysmic as we think it's going to be. So I think this is just simply, so in other words, there are changes coming in here, but I don't know that they're going to be something that is going to be earth-shaking, which might not be a bad thing, to be honest. Let me actually read to you about this, this particular rune and its reversal, because I do have my book. Let me find it. Okay, Perth reversed. A counsel against expecting too much or expecting in the ordinary way, for the old way has come to an end. You cannot repeat the old and not suffer. Call in your scattered energies, concentrate on your own life at this moment, your own requirements for growth. Yeah, focus on you, that's what I'm seeing. Perth counsels you neither to focus on outcomes nor to bind yourself the memory of past achievements. In doing so, you rob yourself of a true present, the only time in which self-change is realized. You may feel overwhelmed with exhaustion from meeting obstruction upon obstruction in your passage, but you always have a choice. You can see this apparent negativity as bad luck, or you can recognize it as an obstacle course, a challenge specific to the initiation, and by the way, this is a card of initiation too, you are presently undergoing. Then each setback becomes a test of character. When your inner being is shifted and reforming on a deep level, patience, constancy, and perseverance are called for. So stay centered, see the humor, and keep your faith firm. Okay, and I think that's actually a pretty good summary. It's the idea, yeah, there's a sense that you may be feeling overwhelmed with stuff. You may be out of patience with certain things. But just keep moving forward, because fundamentally, one step at a time, you're going through these obstacles and it's going to get you to where you want to be. Remember, we did see up here that in the growth area that the efforts you are making will be rewarded. So right now, I think you just need to focus more on self-care, Virgo, and let time do its thing. So anyway, I hope this reading was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about future videos. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you later in the month.